Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hands up! 43! Check, 43!
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's good for a Bengals.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back to Mixon on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Let's go,
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
14 yards. That's another.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
43! All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Mixon with a first down carry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, 43. Come on. You better bring it.
From the 36, Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Army.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, About 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You must be dreaming.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Left side here, caught by Clay. The reception good for 7.
Oh, good night,
it's
baby.
3rd down.
Good night, baby.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Watch the run. Watch the
22, jet, bomber. Check, 22, jet, bomber.
Johnson on the counter.
Run, they run it.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Let's go.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st down, Arizona.
Here we go. 57. Touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
57's the mic. 50.
Murray now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw would turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
2nd and 9.
Hands up. 43.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Hands up.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton throwing middle, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT and didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
They can't
Credit
stop
the
us,
sack
baby.
to the safety, Jesse Bates.
Come on, fellas.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He'll rifle this one deep right side, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 9-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. From the 9, here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah. We got heavy. Everybody scoot up. Heavy. Watch 14. Watch 14.
So Dalton now.
Tight.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
D-line, get that quarterback.
To throw on 3rd down. Dalton. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
The Cardinals take over.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rory going to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Let's go, D.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. So they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
We're going to work. We're going to work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 33. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Murray now to throw. Steps away. Murray, strong running. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. But Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
It's a gain of 25.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Target.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
Here we go. 52's the mic. I'm coming, baby. Coming, baby.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Murray. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. Murray now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
Hey, go.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Boy, I know you felt that one.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw, it's Murray. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. Nothing is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, after a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground, this is Johnson. 34 yards there and a first down.
Come on now, let's go.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Yeah, baby.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. On third down, it's Johnson. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big three-point play right there, couldn't it?
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with the way this offense is playing thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now done. Caught Eifert over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
On first down, Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Let's go. Watch tight. Tight end.
On 2nd and 9.
Hey,
Dalton
check.
throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
Oh, let's go,
Terrell
D.
Suggs,
That's what
one
I'm
of the
talking about,
best
D.
in the
That's what I'm
business at
talking about.
finding the QB, gets home there. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Murray now. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
The first down carry here for Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Right there.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They go to Johnson again, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let him know.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Over the middle, complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
On the double.
Mike 51.
I don't think you got it, son.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Andrew Billings in there to drop him at sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Throwing now is Murray. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
They can't stop the franchise.
Carlos Dunlap. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Andy Lee now, as he's on to punt for Arizona. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
Let's go, boys. Bring it in.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position. A touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged.
I'm gonna hit you
but when they look
all
over and see their
day.
opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take
We
the
got
lead.
three down. Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
Mike's 40.
From the 38.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
And this will
Come on
be
here. Come get some.
incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Hands up.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1.
Hands up.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard
We
line.
got this.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
43 is the mic, boys. 43. Check, 43. Oh, yeah.
Now on second and 13.
Here we go
Dalton
again.
over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Dalton here from the gun. Looking deep for Gabriel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Scoring has really been at a premium in terms you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize
Coming to you.
things.
Coming to you.
Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10, just shy of the 30. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Oh, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Mike 57.
Hey, here I come.
Murray now on first down.
Here I come.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos
ready next
Dunlap
time.
picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Off the ball, here's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona.
The Bengals take
Here we go.
at their own 26-yard line.
43.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, tight
Their
end's right. Watch
defense
tight
has
end.
done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
Come on, Olave.
Terrell Suggs
Come on, Lyle.
able to get in there for his
better
second
not.
sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
43 is a match.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Watch safety creep.
And
Watch
let's
out.
see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps and allow him to run with him stride for stride.
On the right side, caught by Green. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
You got him.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their fourth down play.
Tackles, tackles. Check, check. Lucky.
Here we go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
Fourth down. Dalton wants to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Let's get it.
The Cardinals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Crunch.
66, bullet, high. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Shift.
Here we go with Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
First down, Arizona.
Here we go.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Bring it. Shut up.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Son, I'm coming for you, son.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So for Arizona, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.